What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Telcoin today. It is the 5th day of November, my friends, and here we are sitting at about 0.00346. Telcoin having one of the more intense reactions off of yesterday's lows. Phenomenal pop here. Now, that doesn't mean that Telcoin's the best coin ever out of this whole list of cryptos that you've got. It's the one that's up the most, so it's going to be the best. No, but it is having the best reaction right now, and that's something to note. We have 6 hours, 47 minutes left in this day, you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get into it. With this day, you're effectively erasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6 days of closing prices, right? With one day, this is the 7th day, you've erased the prior week worth of closing price action, okay? So, and you might still go higher. This is a very positive reaction. Let's look and see if on KuCoin or actually maybe Bybit has more volume. Okay, so not a whole lot of volume. Let's actually put that to the test. Does Bybit have more volume? Volume here is 107 million on Bybit. On KuCoin, it is 300. Wow, KuCoin has more volume than Bybit. I did not know that. I mean, that makes sense. KuCoin's one of the bigger exchanges in the space. Okay, well, we'll use KuCoin. A lot of volume. There's a lot of volume at the low. There's a lot of volume here. There was a ton, you guys, over the last 3 days. Look at all the volume that happened here at this low point. Absolute maximum acquisition going on. Now, you are at a point where you found support before. Could you be finding resistance here where you found support before? I think you could be. But let's look at the short-term indicators, see what we're looking at here. They're probably all just at 100, but we're going to look at them anyways. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, what a nice recovery. What a nice methodical. It's not just like a 1 hour pump that brought you here and then you're just hanging out. You're slowly but surely climbing your way up. And yes, volume's dying off a little bit. You know, you found resistance here, volume's dying off. You might be getting ready to pump higher, or perhaps you do consolidate. Let's actually look at our indicators and see what's going on here. I like this movement here, though. This tells me you have more to go. Regardless of, do you come down and form a higher low? Do you move sideways? Do you move up and then down? Like whatever, you've got higher to go. You've got higher to go. Looking at the 1 hour indicators here, the RSI, maximum effort here at a 91 read. Very beautiful. Pulling back a little bit, and that's okay. Isn't it great whenever you're in these very powerful moves? A move down like this, 2%, takes you down so far in your RSI, but that move up that you had last hour was 3.7%. It was larger, and the move up in the RSI was smaller than this move down. All I'm trying to say by that is it wouldn't take much in reference to this overall move, moving down, to cool the RSI off. If you're looking at this and saying, oh, it's at a 90, it's overbought, time to sell, it's probably actually time to buy. I mean, maybe not right here. Maybe it does come down a little bit, but we'll figure that out as the video goes on. But there's probably more to go. When you get these deep readings, it's not a one-off typically. It's the mark of more to come as time goes on. Stochastics look bullish. The MACD is bullish as well. Do we have bearish divergence here? No bearish divergence. So, I mean, all signs are pointing upwards. Like, we've got continuation. Every single one of these indicators is positive. If, from here, I'm not saying that we do, but if we pull back, the intended target area would be 0033, which looks like we've already done that, or 00314, and maybe just below there. We could go as low as 0028, so keep that in mind, but I don't know if we do that. I think right now we probably look like we want to continue pushing higher. That's just my thoughts, but we'll see. You're moving higher, volume's decaying, but you're still getting good volume. 4 hour time frame here, zooming out a little bit more. 2 hours, 44 minutes left in this 4 hour candle. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Above average volume by the end of this candle if we continue to rally. Looking at the 4 hour RSI, we just got overbought. Okay, we haven't seen an overbought reading for Telcoin since here, but this doesn't really count, does it? You got in and you got out. Really, back here was the last time that you had an actual reading in the overbought zone where it persisted. And you can see here, as soon as you got overbought, imagine you sold here, you missed out on the rest of the move. There was more to come as time went on. You finished off this move with this high, this relevant high here, with bearish divergence, lower highs and a slightly higher high right there. So again, just the idea here, we have more to come. We're in the exact same spot in the RSI now that we were here in this price whenever we had all that to go. So in the same reference, this move is the relative strength index. So it's relatively strong for the moves that we're seeing, relatively speaking. This move gave you the same reading as this move does, but you were only here. Okay? You had that much more of the move to go. You had like a third of the move complete, 2/3 to go. In the same reference, you wouldn't move up this much overall, but just in that same kind of thought, maybe we're 1/3 of the way through this move and we have 2/3 of it to go. Maybe this doesn't end until we're at 0.006 or higher. Maybe. I know people love it when I talk like that, but I'm just saying. Stochastics are bullish. RSI is bullish. The MACD is getting set up to cross above the zero, and we know, not always, but typically, whenever the 4-hour MACD crosses above the zero, we do expect some consolidation. So maybe not here, but you push a little bit higher, and then perhaps you consolidate after you find resistance where you found resistance before, something like that, where you found support before. Maybe that's where we go. And if we're looking at this here, I just don't know. I don't know where the proper fibs might be. Would this be it? No, that's the 10th of October. That was crazy mania. But maybe we should. Maybe let's use this as a low to a high. Let's just try. Let's just see. Low. Come on. Give me the low to high. Right at the golden ratio there. I mean, it's perfect. I'll tell you what, guys. We get above 0.0363 at the golden ratio here. We get above this on a 4-hour closing price. We validate this as the low. I already feel, I mean, that kind of reaction is already very promising that it is the low. But I definitely believe that we have higher to go. Looking at this on a 4-hour basis. Again, if we pull back, we could pull back all the way to 0.028 and we're still fine. I don't think we do, but even if we do pull back from here, all these higher targets will still happen, okay? And the higher targets that I would expect, just looking at this range overall, right, we've got lower lows, lower highs. We're probably going to come up to this 0.038, 0.04 area, somewhere around here. Find some turbulence, okay? This move likely persists to 0.038 to 0.04, let's just say, somewhere in there. You consolidate, you do your thing, and then we're probably getting ready for a proper breakout of this overall trend. You thought this reaction was nice, and it is. It's a nice reaction. You're up 29%. I can't wait to see the reaction that you have when you actually break out of this trend that you've been in since July. It should be rather miraculous, especially with all the momentum that you got built up at these lows. Look at all the volume at both these lows. There's a lot of acquisition going on. Telcoin, you guys, is one of the multi-100x projects that we have forecasted by the end of this cycle. TEL, $315 million market cap. If you were to do a 100x, that's a $31 billion market cap. And I think Telcoin is deserving of even a $100 billion market cap, let alone $31 billion. So that just tells you everything about where my head's at with Telcoin, right? We look at Telcoin here, and maybe because we're talking about long-term stuff, we don't need to focus on volume as much. We can look at the all-time history. You can see that this thing's been around already for one bull cycle. It's been around for a bear market, a full bear market, and a full bull market. Two full bear markets and one full bull market. You are more than deserving, in my opinion, of a $100 billion market cap or more. And maybe that's exactly what you do. Maybe you stop right there at $100 billion. What would that be? Right? Because we're here now. That'd be what? A 300x? Right? Because 100x would put you at 31 billion. So 300x would put you at 93, 95 billion. So a 300x, somewhere around there. Are there any targets that line up with the 300x here? Because that would put you, again, at a $100 billion market cap. That's the thought, right? This would be, wow, your golden ratio. Wow. Wow. That makes sense. That's probably how they set it up, right? That's probably how their supply is, I would assume. Let's see. Let's look at their maximum token supply. It must be like, what would that be? Like a trillion or something like that? Maybe 100 billion. I forget. Or would it be a 100 billion max supply? Total supply is about 91 billion. Okay, interesting. To get to a $100 billion market cap, Telcoin would have to see a $1 price. I think Telcoin will see a $1 price by the end of the cycle, you guys. I really do. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but this coin here, look at the massive acquisition that's going on, right? Long-term accumulation. When this pops, you're going to get a reaction just like you did last cycle. But it's at a higher market cap now. Yeah, I know all those lame excuses, right? Bitcoin, whenever Bitcoin moved up, guess what? It was at a higher market cap here, and we still saw fantastic growth. It was at a higher market cap here, and we still saw fantastic growth. You know, just who cares? It's at a higher market cap. It's still very probable that from here you see comparable growth to what you saw last cycle. I really wouldn't be surprised in the least. I mean, overall, from your low in February of 2020 to the high in May of 2021, a year later, you saw a 1,120x. I'm just calling for a 300x, man. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm calling for. Nothing crazy. I guess from a low, what would that be? That would be another 1,000x. Crazy, dude. That would be nuts, man. It could. It could go up to $1. The market cap checks out. If we don't see $1, I would at a minimum, Telcoin, I would expect 21 cents. I look at this, and every single time I do analysis on Telcoin, I'm like, why is this not in my portfolio? I need to buy some. I need to buy some. And what a perfect time to buy some, honestly. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll swap. There's a coin that I'm holding that I'm not that bullish on, that I was very bullish on. I might swap it. I'm talking about Compound, for anybody out there that knows. I love Compound. I really like the ideas of Compound, but they're just not building anymore, man. The only thing that keeps me from selling Compound is there is a lot of total value locked. That is still building to some degree. It's just, are they building this in secret and they're just not telling us, and then it's going to rip? You know what I mean? Would you rather invest in a project like this? It's basically been moving sideways. It's due for a pump at some point, but there's no talks of building. There's no conversation being had. Or would you rather invest in a project like this? It's notably been growing in price, and we have that transparency with the founders, the developers on X.com. They're producing new stuff all the time. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Let me just look at this real quick. Hold on. Compound to new all-time highs would be a 27x. Telcoin to new all-time highs would be a 20x. It's not the same, but still, I just think this thing has a lot of potential, man. And the minimum target is a 63x. There's no even guarantee that Compound sees new all-time highs, let alone a 64x. I'm just saying, I might transfer Compound to Telcoin. I'll make a post on it on X.com if I do that. I might transfer my Compound holdings, because Compound, again, I'm just not impressed. But again, as soon as I sell, then it does a 10x overnight, right? Anyways, Telcoin, enough about my own stuff. Let's talk about you, Telcoin. $0.00347 right now, 25 days, 7 hours left in this month. We are expecting some fantastic growth. I mean, really, I think you're on a path right now that's going to take you above your golden ratio at the very least. I do expect that by the end of this year, by the end of the year for Telcoin, by the end of 2025, at a minimum, we're back above 1.2 cents. At a maximum, I mean, we could see this thing all the way up at 6.5 cents. We really could. Somewhere around there. And then by the end of the cycle, we're looking for this range here, okay? Absolutely spectacular. A lot of potential here. I don't have anything else that I want to say, so I'll probably just end the video there. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Weekly RSI at the same levels that it was last time it bounced. We bounced here before. We found support here before, just at this exact same level before back here. The MACD's got bullish divergence. The stochastics are in an area to bounce as well. The daily time frame is actually kind of sad on the MACD, but shaping up on the RSI and the stochastics. So that's good stuff right there. We'll see how it goes. To zoom way the hell back in, the next target area to focus on, we're at 00347 right now, is 0038 to 004. Then we probably consolidate, and then we rally. And then the real fun begins, okay? Going into the end of this month. Take care. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. See you later.